they might be scarred for life. Or, just turn out to be the average Reddit user. One or the other, I guess. So
Fair enough.
Isn't that how this generation is these days? Scarred for life for the average Reddit user?
yeah, you're right.
Yep.
You know what? You're right again. When you're right, dude. I can't argue with that logic, so... Welcome, Trapper Treaters.
Oh, no.
This is the Wii Power Hour. Welcome to the Monster Party, where we talk about the latest news and topics in the anime and manga world. Please, come in. Let me introduce you to some of our friends. First up, be careful of this Dillahan girl. If you caught her cute, she might drop her head. Her name is Lance.
Why?
Okay, next up. Let me introduce you to who will be singing at this Monster Mash. But be careful not to get lured in by this sweet singing of a siren. Her name is Matt.
Hello, everybody!
Yeah, great singing she has. Oh, I can hear our third guest walking over here. He's half centaur on top, half man on bottom. His name is Kai. Great. Go over there. Yes, I forgot to mention, I'm the host for this evening's party. The count that can't count, Peter.
Ooh, spooky. Ooh.
Yeah, okay.
Oh god.
So how cringe was that? On a cringe of 1 to really cringe.
Like that was on a scale of 1 to really cringe, that'd be a Peter level. Like that was like a level that could only be done by one guy.
Yours truly, yep. finally back in the hosting seat, and I come up with a banger.
Banger.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Wii Power Hour. We're hitting you up with a Halloween episode this week, because Halloween is coming up soon. So we're just gonna jump right into it. We're gonna talk a little bit about Halloween, what of our favorite stuff about Halloween. Let's first up, what is your guys' favorite monster girl or monster in general in terms of Halloween?
Now, when you say like monster girl, like does interspecies reviewer count as like what you're trying to get at here? Like I'm
saying like half monster, half human, I guess.
Oh.
Now, unless you're into like monster girls or monsters that just have tits, and then I guess that works for you too.
I mean, like the selections are just like,
yeah.
Where do I start?
Yeah, I mean, like there's a lot of them, but like, yeah, just anything. I guess in anime in general, but like, actually, I don't know if American movies are into like monster girls as much. But yeah, anything that pops into your mind that you guys like design wise or anything like that.
Oh, Matt, you're up.
Okay, the show Rosario plus Vampire? I never watched that shit, but the blue-haired
That's a strong opening.
Great start.
The blue-haired girl, the succubus, I drew her naked one time when I was like in middle school, and it was pretty damn good.
Oh yeah, was it damn good? Damn good, huh?
I'll be the judge of that. Where's this picture?
I actually threw it away to get rid of the evidence.
What a waste.
You didn't learn from your dad, dude. You gotta keep that kind of shit in house. You can't just be throwing that shit away. Your son has to find that later down the road. Your dad be probably disappointed in you. So
disappointed you didn't get to see it.
Yeah, draw it again. Maybe you can recreate the magic.
I'll make sure to post on Instagram too.
Oh, okay. Well, then I just have to
get them tattooed, guy.
Tramp stamp, baby, tramp stamp. For me, she was from an anime called Interview with Monster Girls, but the Dillahan in that one, she was like really cute, just like a cute anime girl, but like her head, she has to like carry her head everywhere, and then just like the silly hijinks that she has to like go through. There was like one scene where like she went on a date, but like her body stayed at home, and like the guy carried her head around on the date and stuff like that, and then like her friend at home was messing with her, like her body, like tickling her and stuff like that, and then like the head was reacting like miles away at the date. It was like a really like cute scene. So, but no, nothing. You guys aren't into that monster shit. Furries is fine, but monster girls is not.
I don't know, tentacle and stuff pretty good, but like I don't know, man. Specifically, nah, man.
That's the Japanese in you.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, just you know, just like don't put a character on it. Just give me a tentacle.
Oh, okay, so not even like half girl, half squid or anything like that. Like she's got like squid arms, but like a bottom half of a human. Like imagine like the Mario blooper with the blooper mouth.
Okay, see, I don't want to be with a monster girl. I guess that's where it is, you know.
For shame. That's racist, man.
Man, you're like monster shaming up in here. Come on, man.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Come on.
I don't know, man. Just give me an octopus instead. You know, that's what I'm saying.
Maybe
okay, wait a second.
Maybe Vivian from Paper Mario and Thousand Year Doors. Like that's the only like monster girl I can think of that I thought, oh, good. She's cute.
Yeah, she's cute.
From Paper Mario. Yeah.
Even though I think she was supposed to be a trans, but then like Japan or like US censored that.
That's her original characterization. No but in the localization, they just made her a woman. But
I don't know. She's trying to be, I guess, very forward in their thinking.
I don't know. It was a different time.
Okay, well, I mean, how about like any like Halloween type shows? Doesn't have to be anime. Just in general, doesn't even have to be like very Halloween or like during Halloween. Just I guess like Halloween-esque.
I mean, the first show that comes to mind for me would be Kore wa Zombie desu ka? So is this a zombie? This was probably the first like dorky, like this would be classified as like an ecchi sort of comedy. Yeah.
Yep.
And this was
like ecchi harem.
Yeah, ecchi harem sort of show, but I just remember like humor was just so funny. So the concept is the main character is a zombie. His main trait is that he can just be like get the shit beat out of him. He comes back and then he's just surrounded by like just a clusterfuck of all these different like stereotypical like monster girls, or like there's some magical girl, there's like a vampire girl. So not too bad for like my first like harem anime I've ever watched, but this was right off the heels of Toradora, and the main character was voiced by Junji Majima, so that's why I checked it out, and it was a really solid show.
Yeah, for sure. One of those ones where like it had the ecchi scenes in it, but it never felt too overplayed.
No,
like, it knew when to do it and kept a good balance on it.
It had good balance between its comedy. It's you know, just the funny harem dynamic, but of course it also had like its ecchi moments, but it never overstayed its welcome, and I like those kind of shows that know the right balance for it.
I think for me, one that pops into mind, not a very popular one. I think I've already mentioned this multiple times on the podcast, and I'm really trying to push it out there. Blood Lad. Basically, it's like this really strong vampire guy, and then a girl dies and she becomes like a ghost, and like she gets like, I wouldn't say isekai, but she gets like transferred into like his world pretty much of like monsters and like yokai and stuff like that, and then like he helps her try to get like pretty much like back to her body and stuff like that. But the actions is really good, and like at first I thought it was gonna be like kind of like a silly rom-com kind of like she falls in love with him, and he's a vampire, she's a ghost, and like obviously those don't two mix. But it's like very like action packed. It only had one season, and it felt like it was really rushed at the end. And I feel like there's like more to it, like more action, more battle. Like it felt like it could have been a shonen. That's how good I think the show could have been if it had kept going. So, has anyone watched Monster Musume?
I hear people like that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, people are like that was like one of like the top like horror ecchi shows in like 2015.
People love that stuff.
I mean, judging from the doujinshis, I can only assume that it has quite the following. Like, no lacking of followers.
The what is it? I think the Spider Girl, the like half Black Widow, like on the bottom, and then like mega tits on the top. She was like a fan favorite.
Oh, that's not fun. She was the main girl. I like the Black Widow spider on top, and then like the woman on the bottom. Like personally,
yeah, the pussy on the bottom.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why. I guess she just had like these cute personalities, but like she like everyone loved her. Like I guess all the girls are good. There was a slime girl too, I think. But yeah. Oh man, I think Kai just died right now. Oh, never mind. He's good.
I'm fine.
Okay. Last up on the Halloween topics before we move on to our regular scheduled Wii Power Hour. For you guys at home, we decided to watch the first 3 episodes of this very, very scary anime and give you guys our first thoughts on it. So we watched the first 3 episodes of Ghost Stories in dub. So I'll let you guys take it away and tell me your first thoughts about it.
It's a very special dub that's near and dear to many anime fans' hearts. You may know it for its complete deviation from the original script. Characters have entirely different personalities in its dub. It's about a bunch of I think they're elementary school kids that keep stumbling upon like paranormal entities, and it's supposed to be scary. But the original, when it aired in Japan, it performed so poorly that when it was finally time for it to be brought over to Western audiences, the original company, a studio, Purette, I believe it's called. They
Piero.
told Purette?
Piero?
Piero?
Parrot. We'll call it Parrot.
Parrot.
Okay.
Parrot. Studio Parrot.
I'm definitely sure that's wrong. But anyways, now these guys are actually they're not known for they're actually more known for making good anime. They've made Yu Yu Hakusho, Great Teacher Onizuka. I believe they worked on Naruto.
They made Bleach. Yeah.
They made Bleach.
Yeah, they did season 2.
Piero, right? Studio Piero. I think they did Bleach.
Yeah, Piero. So this was kind of like, I guess, like the unfortunate black sheep of their project.
Yeah. Holy shit. Yeah.
But
like looking at their list.
Yeah.
Tokyo Ghoul, Naruto, Shippuden, Bleach, Black Clover, Beelzebub, like holy shit. Even that last Naruto movie where like it had that amazing fight scene at the end. Like,
yeah,
what happened?
So when it was time for them to give the licensing and dubbing rights over to I believe it was ADV that picked it up, they just they only had a few rules. Usually they have very strict rules when it comes to dubbing, but for Ghost Stories, all they asked was keep the characters' original names and keep like generally how the ghost conflicts are resolved. And ADV just nodded their head and they went fucking apeshit crazy with the dub. What did you guys think of it? I'm the one who suggested. I'm the one who suggested watching it, so I already had an idea of what it was. What did you guys think, Matt? What'd you think of this?
Well, my favorite voice actor is in there, Greg Ayers.
I love him too. And I was like, wow, I could not pick a more perfect like prepubescent voice for this like
Which
voice
one
like
is
this
he?
loser character. He's the one. He's a DSL boy.
Yeah.
Oh, 2001. Oh, I love that guy. He's in so many other like anime dubs. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Koyuki and Beck, the main guy, and I was like, yes, Greg Aries.
I mean, you can't mistake his voice.
Yeah, he has such a distinct like "I am 13 forever" voice.
Yeah.
So.
I think that was the only redeeming quality of the watching that.
Wow. I mean, you know what? You're right. I mean, when you're right, you're right. Because it was like watching like a YouTube channel's like first attempt at like an abridged series. And,
yeah,
like,
that's a lot of people's impression of it. It's almost like a very early abridged version of what the original was.
It was really hard to get through for me. I was like,
yeah,
what is I watched 3 episodes. At the end of the 3 episodes, I don't even know what's going on. Why are they doing what they're doing? What is happening? Why is the guy going giggity?
I'd like to fucking
I'm just like,
Family Guy reference.
what am I
so
watching? Weird. Like, you know, I heard it's called Ghost Stories, you know, and I have no other impression than it's called Ghost Stories, and I'm just like,
yeah,
giggity.
giggity, and it's like so like it tried so hard to be funny, but like it just kept falling flat on its face. The sex jokes, like
oh my
like
goodness, so much sex jokes.
Bombarding of sex jokes. I'm like, are we like watching like some weird like Adult Swim show that like somehow got the green light to like to go through? Like I don't know what's going on.
And it reminded me like Squidbillies, but like worse.
Fuck, dude. I hate Squidbillies. I think I still hate Squidbillies more than Ghost Story. I think I could still do Ghost Stories if someone put a gun to my head and told me to choose Squidbillies or Ghost Story. I think I could still do Ghost Story.
Well, I'm happy you feel that way, Peter, because I'm definitely going to make you watch the rest of it, whether you like it or not, before Halloween.
Great. Did you guys have any other like favorite characters other than DSLs?
I mean, I like Monica Real's character. She's the born again hyper Christian girl.
Yeah, I think she's like the only like.
I think she was like the one redeeming character, and I'm sure most people will disagree when and say that she's highly offensive. But
yeah, but like her remarks or like her comedic timing was like actually like pretty funny and on point. I guess it's like. At that time, I was like find it funny, or at this time I still find it funny, but I can understand why people don't find it funny now.
Like if I watched this when I was like 13, then yeah, I'd probably think it was like really funny. But I think like the average viewer, this is not exactly what they're expecting when they want to see like a dub of an anime.
Can you imagine if this is like someone's like first like dub of an anime, or even like first like Halloween-esque anime? They'd be like, "Oh, I'm into anime. What do you guys recommend?" And then the fucking trolls are like, "Watch Ghost Story," and dub. It's like you'll love it. You'll be scared out of your pants.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Would this be a good like first suggestion for like someone's very first anime?
I'd rather kill myself than recommend that anime to someone in any context or form. Just I couldn't do that to them.
Yeah,
like if I tell myself, if I like put myself in the shoes of like when I was in elementary school, and this is like on 4Kids or something, or not even 4Kids. Wait, that's not 4Kids. That's not 4Kids. It's on like Toonami.
No way.
It's on Toonami.
It would be on Adult Swim. This is totally Adult Swim level.
Okay, Toonami. Yeah.
Toonami, maybe Toonami, maybe. I don't think it would be on Adult Swim. I can't imagine it being on Adult Swim. It
definitely wouldn't be on Toonami. Man, they were talking about like girls like peeing and the guys wanting to watch the girls pee. Like,
you're right.
Yeah, and they were elementary school kids. I can't get over the fact that they're elementary school kids.
Yeah, they're 10 years old.
Like I honestly think I'd find it interesting if I was like in like under middle school, you know, like if I hear giggity giggity as a middle school, I was like, they did the thing, you know.
Yeah, I'd do the same.
Yeah,
but like just because like we are old, we're just like, that's such a lame thing to do, you know. But
yeah,
I wish I could.
Some of the stuff that we do in a general basis is pretty cringe too. So.
I know, pretty hypocritical.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'll recommend it to a 2-year-old so they won't remember it.
Yeah, but what if they do though? Like, is it
what
like
if
when you turn
first the word becomes a giggity giggity?
Yeah.
And
Or of what did the girl say? Like, oh, I'm gonna convert you from being Jewish to Christianity or something like that.
Something like that.
Because isn't it like at 2 years old is when you like actually start remembering things? Like a bit of the potential, you can start remembering things. So you're giving them their first memory is Ghost Story. They might be scarred for life. Oh, just turn out to be the average Reddit user. One or the other, I guess. So
Fair enough.
isn't that how this generation is these days? Scarred for life for the average Reddit user.
yeah, you're right.
Yep.
You know what? You're right again. When you're right, dude. I can't argue with that logic. So, okay. Guess we'll move on. That is pretty much the Halloween portion of the Week Power Hour. As you can tell, we don't really give two fucks about Halloween as much as other people. So that's about as much as you're gonna get out of us. So, but. Moving on, we're going to move to the media roundup of the week. It's the segment where we discuss anything we watch or read outside of our anime ranking board. First up, we have Fire Force. So what do you guys think of this week's episode of Fire Force?
I liked it, dude. Like it was really good. Like I liked how they talked about Nataku, the little kid's his mental state and what he was actually going through.
He was fucked up in the head.
Yeah, he was like going crazy and stuff. But in like the previous episodes, we noticed that he's going crazy, but it's like not really focused about him too much. It was just the people around him trying to figure out what to do. But this episode was more about him, and there's this one scene where he's like talking to his parents, where his parents are just like pressuring him to do shit. And he's like having to live up to those expectations, and then like the screen cuts to his parents and it cuts back to him, but his face is a robot. And I was like, damn.
Did you feel that?
Dude, I was like, damn, that's intense, dude. Yeah. And then last thing, I don't know how to pronounce this name. Karen. Karen, yeah. He's such a badass, dude. Honestly, straight up, like... His character, I didn't like him at all, but like how wholesome he is at the end, like he's just
doing his job.
He's just doing his job, and he really likes his job, and he actually cares about it, And I'm like, it's good to see in like a bad guy, I guess.
Yeah, I like seeing guys who are initially bad guys, and then they have like this one like really like badass moment that really just redeems them, and you see them in a different light. I liked his reflection ability. I thought that was like so badass that, well, one, I like the nuclear power from Nataku, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I really liked their depiction of like just how powerful the nuclear power is. But I liked Karen's just his motivations, his philosophies of like he's there to protect people. And it doesn't matter if like Shinra is like against him, like he is still, adult burst or so he's gonna protect him. He's gonna put his life on the line. I thought that was just such a great moment. And on the other end of the spectrum of trying to redeem a villainous character, we have Uncle Reaper, and I was just like, oh my god, you're seriously gonna give like the child abuser like some kind of humanity? I was like, get out of here, man.
Well, I mean, it's not like humanity. It's just like
they were playing like inspiring music, like, oh, he's not so bad. Maybe we are not so different. Maybe I can relate to Uncle Reaper and how he beats children. And the only thing I understand about him is that he's a wage slave, and I get that, man. Like, the struggle's real out there, man. Keep it, like, don't give up, bro. But, like, that dude's a bastard. Like, why are we, like, playing, like, inspiring music? Like, oh, he's, like, leading Nataku back to the station. Okay, time for your, it's 4:00, time for your beating, Nataku. And Nataku's like, yay.
Hell yeah.
Like, Nataku's totally fine with it. And I get that things have changed. Shinra's, like, managed to change this they're part of, like, the electric company, right, for their civilization.
The electric company.
Sorry, I can only see them as, like,
Hajime.
Final Fantasy 7 Shinra now.
Yeah.
But I get that he's, like, they've changed a little bit for the better, but I don't know, it's hard for me to really, like, get behind Uncle Reaper as, like, a decent fellow.
A cool dude, yeah.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. I think his powers are cool. I think this whole episode he was a badass.
The way he sliced up the mega body.
Yeah, like, you know, if everyone pulled, like, a lottery for cool powers, like, Uncle Reaper just said fuck it, and he just took all the powers for himself. He has, like, so much cool shit that he can do.
How about you, Matt? How'd you feel?
I was like, I didn't really understand how. Was the boy, like, happy that Uncle Reaper was telling him to stay weak because everyone's asking so much for him?
Yeah.
He lowered the expectation bar for the kid, and that's all he ever wanted in life was for people to stop expecting 100% out of him and just accept him for who he is. So, in a weird way, Uncle Reaper, his weird mindset was able to match what Nataku, like, wanted in life. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
Still.
How perfect.
Yeah, like, it's how perfect is that relationship? So, okay, moving on. We watched the second episode of Akuduma Drive. So, how'd you guys feel about this week's episode?
This one, they introduced the execution members. Well, I mean, there's a lot of other things that happened this episode. I think they got their primary mission from, or at least their next mission from the Black Cat.
Yeah.
But the main, like, eye-catching thing from this episode for me was the execution members, like, just storming the building and fighting with the Akudama members.
Those guys are badass.
Yeah, that was a really good fight between again, I don't think anyone has names, so I think it's their names are literally execution member 1 and execution member subordinate or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
But it was nice to see they have a really good, like, fight choreography in the show that I respect.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that either. Like, I kind of felt like this was going to be one of those like kind of like Ocean's, like 11 kind of thing where, like, there's a lot of action, but not really a lot of action. It's just kind of like a lot of, like, plan and strategy in the background.
Yeah.
But for them to have, like, pretty much like a brawl in that
straight
hotel
up, like,
room.
Yeah.
And was it the fucking the delivery guy fucking pulling out the bike and, like, calling it over, like, Batman style, to, like, run the guy over? I was like, all right, I like it.
Yeah. But also, like, you can see that everyone's very durable in the show. It's gonna have much more. I thought it was gonna be kind of like gritty, sort of like realistic levels of, like, how much punishment the characters can take before they're either killed or put out. But I think it's more like, along with, like, its futuristic setting, the characters have a lot more durability. We're taking, like, explosions to the face, and they're just like, oh, I'm dizzy now.
Maybe it's just for the villains, I guess. Like, there's a reason they got so many years in jail is because they're so hard to
the execution members too, though. Like, I think all the characters have, like, really high durability. So I should set my expectations more for, like, a fantastical.
They're fucking doing, like, a 10,000 push-ups every day just to get ready for this fight.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? Anything else you guys consumed this past week that you guys want to talk about?
I watched this anime called Just Because, and it's a 12-episode anime, and it's the same makers as the same author as Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai, I think. Yep. And it was a really good anime. Yeah, I like.
Did you finish it the whole way through?
Yeah, I saw all 12 episodes. Yeah. I liked the ending actually. When you said you didn't like the ending, Peter, I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I felt like the ending was so rushed. That's why I didn't like it. But all right, I guess we'll talk more later then. Don't want to spoil it for anyone else. Okay. Guess that's it for the media roundup of the week. Now we're gonna move on to the anime ranking board. Pretty much, what we're always looking forward to every week. Pretty much, we watch 10 animes, and then we rank them 1 through 10. And every week, the rankings change quite a bit. So let's get started with one that never changes for us. Sport Climbing Girls came in at number 10 again. How do you guys feel about this week's episode of Sport Climbing Girls?
To be fair, I didn't vote at 10. I voted 9 this time. I think out of all the
Same
episode,
here.
I think out of the episode, I think it was better than like that one episode that we're like, oh, this episode's pretty good. I think this is actually probably the best episode we've watched so far. And personally, I thought it was pretty good. But I don't know. I didn't want to be shamed if I put it too high, so I put it at 9.
Hey, don't let that stop you. I mean, Peter can vouch for me. I put a lot of weird stuff in weird places this week.
He did.
But Sports Climbing Girls, again, for me, is 10. I think there is a lot of improvements for all the episodes, but Sports Climbing Girls, it was actually good. I wouldn't say, okay, maybe that's being a little generous. Good. It was fine this week. I liked it fine. But as far as its competition, it's still 10 for me.
I mean, this one has so much potential. I can they're I could see it could be somewhere, but then every episode it just right when it's about to get there, they're like, well, no, wait, hold on, can't fucking do that. We gotta stay in our lane. We gotta be crap as possible, and it really bothers me just because I'm a huge sports anime fan, and just the fact that they're doing such a huge disservice to rock climbing, because most times it's not, sports anime is a good way to get people interested in that sport. So if I want someone to be into rock climbing as much as I am, the visual I have to give is this anime, they're gonna be well, fuck you, I'm not gonna ever do rock climbing ever again because I have to deal with this shit. It sucks. It really sucks.
So it's not just failed ecchi anime, it is also failed rock climbing.
Yeah,
in general.
If it couldn't do the rock climbing right, at least make the ecchi good. But I think we said this when we were watching the episode. None of the girls feel cute. None of the girls feel oh yeah. At least this girl is redeeming. I think all of them have been either really flat. Well, most of them are not flat.
Yeah,
but,
no.
Flat character development, or just overall just weird. Just not good. So
too much. Rather than focusing on making the girls charming, they focus more on giving each girl a gimmick, but whether or not they actually pull off each gimmick is pretty rough. I don't find them particularly. I don't have a best girl, for example, when I watch this show. There's not a character that I'm looking forward to seeing what they do or how they progress. It's hard for me to get behind anybody.
I mean, I think we can all agree on worst girl, right? That fucking that girl that cheated.
Oh god, the cat girl, that one.
Oh, the idol girl. No, I was thinking about that blonde girl that told the main girl the wrong way to climb.
That's her. Yeah,
episode 2.
The cat girl.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, the idol girl also does cat things, and her ears are her hair is in the shape of cat ears. I keep thinking
look at you. You can't even tell the difference between these two terrible characters. They're all so equal.
They're all so bad. Yeah. Okay. Moving on to number 9. It went down one spot from last week at number 8. Our Last Crusade, or The Rise of a New World. How'd you guys feel about this week's episode?
I have a feeling the Astral Mages are fucked because their secret weapon was pretty much nothing compared to the main guy.
I mean, pretty on par, right? Like, isn't that the same thing with like any black haired double sword male protagonist? You can never fucking whatever you do to them, they're just gonna be like, eh.
Okay, now I went to the bathroom for like about I'd say like
Again,
a good
everyone's
like
just leaving.
maybe like a good like 60% of the episode, so I missed the part where the ultimate weapon girl was introduced. What exactly was she? Was she like the ancestor of Alice?
Yeah, they called her the founder.
Yeah, something like that. She has some kind of blood ties to the royal family, but like she can't
tell
or discern like who's on her side. Like she just kills anyone.
I know,
so
that's like so
she was still
dumb.
trying to kill Alice.
She was
too,
part
so
of the
it's
Astro Mages, and yet she was attacking Alice. So it's like this,
which makes me think the mom is sus, right? Like she also wants to kill Alice, and she's just doing it in like a roundabout way, so she doesn't like suspect it.
Yeah.
I don't know why she wants to kill her own daughter. I'm assuming maybe like she felt like her daughter like wanted peace, and she was like, nah, I'm not into that shit. Like I'm into the hardcore stuff. Like either we go to war or I die trying, kind of thing. So I don't know.
Well, she has to try harder because they one-shotted their ultimate mage in a single episode. And
yeah, well, I mean, Kirito one-shotted. Alice had like she had problems, and that's I feel like that's pretty atypical of like this show feels very like, let's just take all the like basic tropes of like all the other shows that we've seen and like just fucking like smash it together.
It's like trying to make like it's trying to like bake a cake, and you're just following a list of recipe ingredients. You're like, okay, check that off, check that off, check that off. It's feeling very
it feels like a cake, but it doesn't feel like there's anything to like set it apart from like other cakes.
It's just a totally ordinary cake, and it's just following its recipe.
It's fucking a vanilla cake, dude. It's just a fucking carrot cake, dude. It's boring as fuck. So
I like carrot cake.
Oh well,
I don't really like this carrot cake though. Okay.
Okay, moving on to number 8. It also dropped one spot down. A lot of these animes dropped this week, by the way. Yashahime, Half-Blood Demon. How did you guys feel about this week's episode of Yashahime?
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it was a fine episode.
It was alright. It was just an alright episode, you know.
Yeah,
all right.
They made their transition from the modern day back to feudal Japan. So now I think the story can finally begin moving. I like the goodbye. I actually thought it was the beginning. So the first half of the episode was just them kind of going about their days in modern Japan, and then eventually leading up to them saying like a tearful goodbye to Kagome's family. And I mean, I watched the original series, so I come to like know Kagome's family, and I was kind of sad to see like like just how fond like the grandpa became of like Moroha, and just knowing what Kagome means to him and the rest of the family, her little brother who's now a man, and his daughter. So I really liked the first half, and then they got to the tree, and
then you was just to go to the bathroom again.
Yeah, that was about time when my bladder was telling me it's time to go to the bathroom for like a good like 10 minutes. To this day, as if like it's been so long. Even now, I'm not exactly sure what was going on in that tree. Why it was like I have to manifest myself as Kikyo. You have to kill Sesshomaru.
That nostalgic character.
I guess the main conflict is not the main conflict, but one of the mysteries is why Sesshomaru, what Sesshomaru's up to, and if the girls are gonna come into conflict with him.
Well, I mean, they know, right? He went the evil route, and then the tree was asking them to stop that shit, and then the girls are like, nah, I'm bored. Yeah,
I mean, honestly, like you go in their shoes. Why would they care to stop Sesshomaru?
Yeah,
like,
you know what? I've never watched it, but I feel like if Shishomaru, or like it was in like Shishomaru was in their shoes, he would say the same thing, right?
Yeah, he'd be like,
it doesn't seem
why
like the kind of guy that gives a
should I care? One, like, you're saying that that's my father, so again, why? Why would I want to kill him? Yeah, it was hard for me to get behind, like, that this is possibly going to be the main conflict, is where they're going to have to fight Shishomaru, when I don't see any reason for them to. So I guess we'll see in the coming episodes if that
it's a red herring.
Yeah, if that's a red herring, or they really make good on it and he becomes an antagonist. I can't see Shishomaru as a villain, really. I've throughout the main series, you just get to know him so well that he's almost like a deuteragonist in a way. I can't see him as a villain. So we'll see.
And at the very end
go ahead.
At the very end of that anime, didn't they show Rin? She was like like in a coma in the tree or something.
I believe.
Apparently, that's Kagome.
That's
I
Kagome?
believe that's Kagome. Yeah, Kagome.
Oh, I look like Rin. That's why, like older Rin.
I don't know. When we were watching it, someone in the chat was like, "Oh, that's Kagome," and then Lance is like, "That's not Kagome," and then like
I thought it was Kagome.
And then Lance is like, "Oh fuck, it's Kagome! You bullshitting me."
It looked like Kagome. If it was Ren, I don't know if that's like a really. It was set up like
because
to make the reveal seem like it's Kagome. So I'm gonna assume it's Kagome.
I think Shishomaru visited like the tree. That's why
he was there though at the end. Yeah. Like his little like tail thing was there.
I saw his feet.
Again, like feet. Why was he there?
Shishomaru's feet, you dirty bastard.
That's why I thought it was Rin.
Oh, like he's visiting his trapped wife in a tree.
Yeah.
I don't know, like my way of thinking about it is like I am a viewer of the original series. I've not seen Kagome yet in the present time. Who am I waiting to see? It's probably Kagome. I'm not waiting to see Ren. So I would be shocked if it's like they end the episode on a cliffhanger and it's Ren. I'm like, whoa, the little brat girl is now grown up.
I guess we'll see in the coming episodes.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to number 7 on the list. Dropped down 2 spots from the number 5 spot from last week. Ikebukuro Westgate Park.
This is my first place pick this week.
It is. Looking at the votes.
It was
we got
a
9th
good
place,
episode.
4th place, 1st place, 10th place.
That's because you like seeing like Japanese people doing crazy stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know what? We are split down the room in this one because I know me and Lance. I'm pretty sure me and Lance are the 9th and 10th place, and then like Kai is the 1st, and I'm assuming that's the 4th place.
Yeah, 4th place. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the fact that like Sport Climbing Girls like overtook this episode. Like,
really? How dare you?
I'm saying like in just like if we're looking in the funnel vacuum of the episode, just like. I don't know. There's like nothing redeeming about like this episode. Like the whole episode was like, it felt like a waste of time, to be honest. From like the previous episode, like I was just like I don't need this like slice of life shit.
I don't know. Like I just like took it in as like, you know, a slice of life as the main character, the guy who works at the fruit store.
Makoto.
And you know, he works with his homeboy, the blondie. And, you know, he runs errands for him, and, you know, like, that's a day in a life, you know? And I was like, oh, that's cool.
Maybe because I just hate the fucking onion guy that shoves onions up his ass for YouTube videos. Like,
oh my goodness, that fucker.
So ridiculous. Like, the whole premise.
We all saw that, like, a mile away that he was just using. As soon as, like, the premise was, okay, Makoto is going to be, like, working with a YouTuber. Like, immediately, the first thing I think is, oh, this dude is going to be using Makoto to get ahead. So it was obvious what the twist was going to be. The only thing that could redeem this episode is if YouTubing starts to play like a major role in the coming conflict, but I don't think it is. This episode really, to me, felt like it's like
a filler episode.
Yeah, nothing was learned, nothing was gained. I don't think we'll ever see onion ass guy again.
All right, my bold prediction: we're gonna see onion ass guy again.
I hope we do. Then I'd be like, oh wow. In that case, in hindsight, this episode was really useful, and we learned a lot. Because now, I don't think I learned anything.
Stick it up to you.
Oh,
Just
man,
feel like take it, dude.
All right, I can't wait for him to show up again and tell
I
me how
will
much
accept
onions
it
he can shove
gladly
up his
if
ass in
it-
10 minutes.
If it turns out that way, but I
I
don't
hope not.
think so.
Don't ruin the beauty that Ikebukuro can be with the fighting and like
I know.
the gang wars and
Coming
stuff like
right
that.
off the second episode where we learn the culture of the Red Angels. We learn how the G Boys and the Red Angels, they can work together if they have a common enemy. The politics between the two groups, and then we jump into fucking like Mr. Beast over here shoving onions up his ass. I'm just like, where did all the tension go? Where did all the political intrigue go?
Anything else you want to defend with, Matt? Defend your vote.
Oh, like I said, I only had a top 3 this week. The rest was pretty hard.
Everything was just like
everything else
just
is
muddled.
nothing.
Wait, so you put Ikebukuro a 4th because that's one of your favorite ones this season, and you just decided it should just be up there?
No, it's more like maybe it's because it was the last one I saw too. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Just had like a lasting impression on you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. Now we know this fucking voting is skewed.
I know you asking first. I think your first mistake was trying to ask Matt to make sense of his votings.
No, it's like none of the other ones were that good. Like truthfully.
Wow. All right. Well, I guess we'll get deeper into that one then. All right. Next up, at number 6, it was at number 6 last week as well. Majo no Tabitabi. How'd you guys feel about this episode of Elena's journey?
Again, it was a great episode of just they showcased magic. They showcased they're still on a roll with
The dark theme.
yeah, a darker tone for the countries that Elaina visits. I think we're all trying to guess what the twist was going to be at the end. And how did you guys feel about that twist of so the twist was that the princess, I thought she was a ghost, but the twist is that the princess is alive. She gave herself amnesia in order to curse her father, the king, to become a demon, to slaughter all of his subjects, because that she thought that'd be the cruelest punishment that she could that she could give to her father for executing her lover. How do you feel about that?
I really liked it.
Yeah.
I didn't see it that way. Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't see it. I don't know. I just like, animes that have, it's more than what it seems type of feel, where she's she's basically in her castle, chilling as, her whole city goes into ashes, and she's like, oh yeah, I don't really remember anything, but I guess I gotta take down that thing when it comes up at night, and it's like a happy-go-lucky, and then when shit starts happening, it's like, oh, wait a second, it's messed up.
Yeah.
And I like that. It gives me energy. I vibe that stuff.
I relate. I now that I think about it, maybe it's because amnesia, and I never had amnesia because I just don't remember anything at all. So I don't know how it works. But maybe she never seemed frazzled by the situation. Maybe because we didn't see her the first couple of days when she woke up and she saw outside the castle.
Yeah.
But I think for me, if I have amnesia and I look out my window every day for a week and I see that dragon fucking walking around, I'll still be pretty upset or I would feel stressed out. But
yeah,
she just
disconcerted.
Just flatline, just normal, it's totally cool. It's just snowing outside. It's all good.
She wrote herself a letter, so even if she forgot, she would know that she is meant to kill this
the
demonic dragon.
But she was still cool about it.
But she was just kind of patiently waiting for another witch to come over to assist her, and she was just very patiently waiting.
Do you think she was actually waiting for someone to come on by so she can
I believe that's what she was implying. Yeah, that she needed help to pull it off.
Wow,
so she was happy that Elaina came by. Like how lucky.
How lucky she came by like just a week later after you were like you woke up from a dream.
She put up like a barrier to only allow witches inside, so she'd be certain that whoever comes to visit her would definitely be someone that she could use to complete her revenge scheme. It was a good episode. They were very good at establishing and maintaining like just this feeling of like unease and tension the whole time, even as like Elaina was like eating dinner and like resting. As she talked to like this witch with the amnesia, like I just kept thinking something is very wrong here. So they do a good job with the storytelling.
Yeah, for sure. And just the morals and just like it's like kind of like fairy tales, right? Or like what are those, like how like Cinderella isn't like the fairy tale that people know from like Disney, but it's like that really like fucked up version of like Cinderella. It kind of feels like those kind of folk tales where it's just like whoa, it's like Snow White, it's like whoa, it's like just like the Disney one, right? But like if you actually like know the true story of Snow White, she actually like got raped by like 7 little dudes, right? So like it feels like one of those kind of things.
Yeah, it felt very, as far as like as much as a fantasy genre show could be, it felt like raw and real.
Yeah, we were like pretty much like all on the same wavelength, pretty much middle of the pack, except for someone voted third place. I believe that was
me. I liked it.
Yeah,
I liked it.
Okay, cool. All right, moving on to number 5. Dropped down 2 spots for number 3 last week. Tonikawa Kawaii. How'd you guys feel about the rom-com's latest episode?
All right, is she an alien? Is she from the moon?
It's pretty much all but said that she's an alien from the moon. Like, come on. But I mean, I actually had to. So after we're done watching the episode, I went and read the manga because I was just like trying to piece together this mystery. They're so like mysterious this episode.
Don't look at me.
They kept like trying to talk about what Tsukasa is, but then nobody really said any. It was like
it's really ambiguous.
Yeah, like just dancing around it, but never really getting to the point. So this episode really wanted me to. Tsukasa
keep reading.
Yeah, Tsukasa is really sus right now. But it was a 2-parter. So it did one introduce Chitose, so introduce like what Tsukasa, a little hint at what Tsukasa was up to in the big like 3-year, not 3 years, how many years?
2 years, I think.
Yeah, multiple year gap between first meeting Nasa and reuniting. So it's a hint at that, and also Nasa, being the anime Chad that he is, jumped right into proposing. I thought this would actually be like an end of the season sort of deal where he would build up to
that
formally like proposing to her and like planting that smooch on her, but he just goes right in for it, and I'm like,
done.
Yeah, he gets it done.
Hey boy, hey, get him,
get her done.
But that's what I like about this story, and I've noticed a lot of manga and anime like in recent times. They're really just trying to like they're not doing the old fashioned way where like we're gonna spend the whole season watching them like go back and forth. Oh, he misunderstood, she misunderstood. They keep missing each other, and then they get together at the end. Now it's just like we want to see the relationship. Like we know they're perfect for each other, or we know they like have great personalities to like bounce off each other. Let's see that. We're tired of like this like cat
telling
and mouse
the same like this cat and mouse like back and forth. Let's actually tell like a story about human relationships, about human lovers. Like, and I like that.
I think people want that. Yeah. So, and looking at all our votes, we're pretty much all in the middle of the pack. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Looks like we're all over there. I'm assuming Matt's a 7.
I placed it at 7. It's, I don't know, like when Dragon Quest artwork and like characters are more interesting than Tonikaku.
Whoa.
That's when
that's like
Whoa, are you even mad? Did I call the wrong person today?
Dragon Quest
Who
is
are
actually
you,
number
dude?
6 for me. Yeah, that was right above Tonikaku.
Tonikaku? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy. All right. Okay, moving on to number 4 on our list. Just the one that we were just talking about. Dragon Quest. Biggest jump this week. Jumped up 5 spots from the number 9 spot. So how'd you guys feel about Dai fighting against the evil lord?
Oh, that jump though. That 5.
How did he get up
super
there?
Jump.
I think you can thank me and Lance for that one. I think we skewed that number pretty heavy on Dragon Quest.
Yeah, you did.
Second place, third place, eighth
How
place,
much did they
sixth
pay
place.
you, dude?
I think this one at Ikebukuro was I think the biggest like discrepancies. Like it's funny too. It's always me and Lance on one side and you and Matt on the other side. But
I'm telling you, it was a good episode.
It was a
There's-
good episode.
If
Even
someone's
was a
paying me
badass.
off, I haven't seen a cent of it because I honestly thought this was a good episode.
Yeah.
Even the
Like-
hero is a badass. Yeah.
Yeah, like everything was good about it. It's like it was very like it sets up the journey of like the beginning of the RPG, right? Where like
Yeah,
you start slow, and then you finally get off whatever like little
This-
village you live
Yeah,
in.
the starting. This is
Yeah.
feel like the end of like this prologue and like the adventure is about to begin.
Exactly. And I don't know, as an RPG fan, I love that shit. You know, like I'm ready to like get going and start this adventure. You know, meet the people along the way, put them in my party, and then like, you know, spend 1,000 hours on side quests before we even hit the first boss kind of thing. That's why I love this episode so much. Also, I think the hero guy is gonna die, which kind of makes me really sad. So, because I thought he was pretty cool.
Well, I like I'm a big fan of the line in the sand episodes. So that's where like an action show, they firmly establish what the ceiling is for the power levels of what you can expect. And that's usually when they introduce like the main villain for the first time and he just shits all over the heroes. And I love that episode because then you know what the goal is for the heroes to eventually get to. And I think they pulled it off really well with the dude looks like Piccolo. Like they did really well with the Demon King guy, Piccolo. And of course he just blurted out his entire exposition of, oh, but you think I'm bad, you should see the Dark
The true Lord,
my boss, who I now work for. Now he is even stronger than I. And
Exactly.
but I mean, even with that, I love the fight between him and the hero, Mr. Four Eyes.
I think his name was Avon or something like that.
Yeah, it was a good fight between the two of them. I felt like there was tension, there's something at stake, and I'm interested to see next episode because it like based on that preview, they're gonna keep getting the shit kicked out of them, and nothing like gets me more off
More
than seeing
riled up.
the villain beat the
Kids
shit out of the
getting beat up.
heroes.
Okay, yeah. All right, Kai, how about, do you want to defend your 8th place? I'm pretty sure that was you in 8th place, right?
Yeah, it was. Wait, which one was this? Yeah,
Dragon
it was
Quest.
terrible, dude.
Terrible.
It's just terrible, dude. It's like you
That's how you
know,
defend your
it's
vote.
like
It's a kid's cartoon, right?
yeah, it's a kid's cartoon, and I'm just like you know, like
The guy that loves Doraemon. A kid's cartoon.
yeah,
The guy
like-
that loves Detective Conan. A kid's cartoon.
but this one's even worse though. It's just I don't know, just
Yeah, I
other
guess
stuff
comparing
was a
those
lot
two,
better.
yeah.
Just a lot of the other stuff is just a lot better, dude. But yeah, you know, a lot. I don't know. I feel like personally, a lot of the high-ranking ones are just bottom tier for me this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, like overall, like the overall wasn't as good.
He's so
Yeah, a lot
hoping
of the
Jujutsu
underrated-
Kaisen to be number 5. That's what Kai wants, Jujutsu Kaisen to be number 5.
Okay, hold on. We'll get to it. We'll get to
Big
it.
upset.
We'll
All
get
right,
to it.
moving on.
All right, we're gonna move on. We'll get to that big vote in a second. Rounding out the top 3 at number 3, it was third place last week. Kami-sama. How'd you guys feel about the ramen shop this week?
I'm hungry for ramen, dude. I love ramen. After we finish this, I'm gonna make some instant noodles for myself. You know, I am hungry for noodles, dude. That show made me hungry for noodles. Yeah. But overall, I really liked it because, I don't know, the main character and his attitude, I think it's an homage to this recently popular drama that aired in Japan about this guy who just believes in like a failing of business, and he basically yells and shouts to get his point across to revive like a dying companies and shit.
Gordon Ramsay?
Like, no, just he's like the main character's a banker in the drama,
American version.
but yeah, basically, I'm pretty sure it's an homage to that, and like, it was so funny. I do like the humor for this show.
Just the fact that he's so willing to like go along with anything that she said. Like she tells him to flip, he'll flip. Yeah, like he'll do anything.
Flip.
She tells him to do. Yeah.
The footsteps, dude. If you just step on these, you'll dodge everything.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
what?
The fight choreography just to like to beat up the debt collector. That was crazy. I hope
too
this
good.
girl, I hope the ramen girl is like a mainstay in this group of friends, because I think she's like super adorable, and I need more of her. I don't think I got enough of her. So
Yeah, she was just such like a cute character. Like such a great contrast to the main characters just going apeshit crazy the whole episode.
Yeah. Looks like we felt all pretty good about it. 2 second places, a 4th place, and the 5th place. So it stayed up there in the top 5. So kind of disappointed though. Still, like I kind of thought we were gonna hit that like one episode, like the first episode of the season for Kami-sama, where like shit gets wrecked, or like it's gonna make me feel things like it shouldn't. But it's just been kind of like this weird like comedy slice of life.
Yeah. I was expecting that too. I was expecting like there to be like a major like drama revelation for the anime, but the only thing the majority of the episode was just like wacky ramen shenanigans. They did introduce the one boy who's like just like a super tech savvy dude who seems to be like in restraints.
Oh shit!
most of the
I
time.
totally forgot about that
Like
guy. Yeah.
that guy was just so. I was like, what genre
That was out
are
of
we in?
place.
That was
Yeah.
super out of place. Like, okay, we have ramen adventures, and somewhere else, here's this dude, just hacking
and
like
shit.
just
Yeah.
I'm in, like
Yeah.
hacking away, like. I don't know what
So
that's
weird.
leading to. Is he going to be like an antagonist? I thought there was like a
There was no
very, like,
explanation about him.
yeah, like super just rough way to introduce this character with like a really powerful character.
Yeah, I thought like when he was like in the car and he was like, I want Japanese food, I thought we were gonna cut to them like showing up in front of the ramen shop, and that was gonna be like his first introduction. But I was like, nah, let's have him save a kid.
Got debated.
And then fucking ha 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 takoyaki ha 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 ha. I was like, cool.
I was like, great. This
Love
dude's
it.
eyelashes are just on fleek.
So beautiful.
That's all I can say about him.
Yeah, he made me feel things.
Yeah, same.
All right. Anything else about Kami-sama before we move on?
I thought
Great.
it wasn't as funny
Oh,
as
never
the last week episode, but it was still up there for me. It wasn't the best episode yet. It was like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's because Odin wasn't there most of the episode.
Yeah, that was definitely it too, I think.
She's the reason it's funny, is because she's so wacky, and then everyone has to like play off of that. All right, we're moving on. Okay, coming in at number 2, lost its first place spot for 2 weeks in a row. Muno no Nana. How'd you guys feel about this week's mystery?
It's the 18-minute power spike.
Telling you, dude. I like every time, dude. Every episode we watch is like the moment it hits 18. That's when like it gets good.
The
Yeah,
power
like-
spike.
I totally saw it. I was like thinking about it the whole time. I was like, oh wow, this is just like posturing and back and forth. The screen fades red when Nana thinks. The screen goes blue when Kyoya thinks. Like, okay, get to the point. And then the 18-minute mark hits. And
I you know what? I love this show, and it's really good. But I hate the fact that I put it so high for only 5 minutes of an episode. Like,
yes,
that 5 minutes is so
it's
good.
Like 2.
Yeah, I think that's generous.
But it's like, it's so good that it beats out like full episodes. Like, but like, yeah, just the whole episode was boring up until that point where like it revealed that, hey, she has a kryptonite. It's a guy that can literally see everything that she does.
He knows everything she's done.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. This show, I totally understand what you mean, Peter. Like, it's just literally the last 2 minutes, and then the show is just
like trying to do the voting that we do, and like trying to be like, okay, we're trying to be as professional as possible with these votings, right? We're thinking like, okay, from minute 0 to minute 24, like from start to finish, is it good? You know what I mean? And like,
how's the experience?
If you took out those last 2-3 minutes of Muno no Nana, it drops. Like I'm pretty sure all of us would be like straight up like bottom half, mid tier, or like bottom. You know, like to me it was obvious that she was just going to be like the next leader, right? Because that's like the only way she's going to get away with the killings.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, this is so boring. Like Kyoya's not really like doing much about it, and he's like being stupid about like not suspecting her at all.
Yeah, he's buying her lies. He's letting her get away with it. He knows what she's doing. He's still letting her get away with it because he's still like, I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I don't have enough facts.
She keeps getting away with it the whole episode. And then Blondie
Mr. Cool
shows
Dude.
up. Yeah. He shows up and everything just slams the brakes on everything.
Yeah, that fucking scene where like he showed the picture of her getting face planted by Somen Noodles, and then like she's like, oh well, can I change my order? And then the fucking lady like fucking spun around and like still dropped it on her. I was like, oh boy.
I literally thought the lady was gonna like, when she said can she change it, I thought the lady's gonna get mad and just slap it on her because because she literally had to wake up to make all this food, and then she's like, you know what, never mind. And I thought she was gonna be like, bitch, just slap it on.
Yeah,
but I mean, like, it's such a cool way to prove a point that like no matter what, that if she tries to change the future, or like even when he tried to change the future, it's like impossible. So I'm like really curious to see when that one picture shows up, when that one scene happens where she's strangling him with the rope.
Yeah.
Because we don't know when it happens. We just know it happens.
Yeah, it will happen. So
I think the future photography guy is a dipshit. I think it's gonna happen to him without him realizing it. He's like, wait, the place, you don't even realize this place is familiar. He's just gonna be like, okay.
You think so? You think he just wouldn't recognize that this is the scene?
I think he's super dumb, I think.
But like, yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Like, no one's gonna see their photographs. She's just gonna burn them or something.
But like, I don't know. Yeah. But like, he knew from the get-go. Like, he's been sitting here for like 3 days on that one photo of
he could have shared that with like everyone else before going to her. Like, now he's like a prime number one suspect.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe he wants to like.
He clearly wants something from her. Otherwise, he would not approach his own killer. So
that has to be some reason.
He knows it will happen, but I think what he's thinking is what he can do in the meantime before it happens.
Yeah, maybe he thinks like before Nana like gets caught pretty much and like gets executed for killing all the other students, he can get something out of her. But like, I don't know what.
Yeah, it seems like kind of a snaky dude who we don't know just yet what exactly he wants.
Yeah, but he's looking out for himself. You can tell that he's number one in his books, and he's always going to be number one.
I'm curious to see when the prediction eventually comes true where she's strangling him. I'm going to be interested to see what the context is. And I have a suspicion. I'm not sure if I want to put on the board yet, but I'm thinking.
Do it.
I'm not sure. Well, one, I'm curious if it's going to be at the end of the season. This dude's just going to be alive for like the whole season, and just we're always going to be wondering, when is it going to happen? When's it going to happen?
He seems important though.
Yeah,
right?
he seems like he's important. Well, I mean, we thought that time travel guy is important, but I mean, he could just be dead at the bottom of the lake forever.
I don't know. He looked really plain to me, so I was like, he ain't.
I guess so, yeah. But the thing I'm wondering is, if when that eventually comes about where she's being strangled, I wonder if it's actually a fake out and she's pretending to strangle him, and he actually survives it somehow. That's not the end of him.
Yeah, like that picture, like it wasn't like he was actually getting strangled. It was he was about to get strangled. So I'm assuming someone is either going to save him down the line, or like she like almost gets caught.
There's a lot of blanks you can fill in that a single picture, it leaves open. It leaves a lot open for what is actually going to happen.
I have a feeling he thinks he's gonna die, and so he's like, I'm gonna get my dick wet first.
You think so? You think he just wants some of that Nana bussy?
Yeah, I think that's his stick.
You think he knows that she can't
what a guy.
You think he knows she can't tell or she can't read minds? You think he knows that yet, or you just kind of like just still trying to feel her out?
I don't think he knows yet.
The blonde guy or Kyoya?
This guy. The blonde. No, Kyoya knows. There's no way he doesn't know. But does the blonde guy know?
I don't think he knows.
No.
No.
And another question that I'm really curious. Where does he print these photos? Does it come out of his butt? Does he like? How did these photos come about?
Right, that's what I'm thinking about.
That is like a very good question.
I don't know.
Where did it come from? Is it like the
magical camera? I don't know.
He just blinks and then it just like comes out. Like he just
No, remember in My Hero Academia, that filler episode? There was
not the camera guy.
Yeah, the camera guy who just like makes camera lenses out of his body parts.
No, that was disgusting. That was such
disgusting.
a weird episode.
So what if the printer just like and just comes out?
Just like comes out of his skin?
Yeah.
I guess. At this point, I'd rather have him like just like he had the image in his head and then he can just create it on Photoshop real quick and then like fucking print it out. I want it like coming out of his body.
I know. I'm super curious how he just produces these Polaroids.
Yeah, we'll probably never know.
Probably
never gonna get that answer. So, but looking at our votings, we're pretty good. Pretty still spot on with Muno no Nana, third place for 2 third place votes and 2 second place votes. So, I think overall, like Muno no Nana has just like always been like a consistent top 3. I don't ever see that drop anytime soon. And I did see in other like websites, their anime ranking boards, they're finally getting Muno no Nana into the top 10. Like I think I saw one at 10 and then one at 8. So people are finally starting to notice this anime. So
are we just really good at noticing animes?
Dude, I'm saying it now, dude. The We Power Hour, we're trendsetters. Like we know what's good first.
Yeah, we got
Climbing Girls.
And yeah, we got Climbing Girls up on that list. Girls, so I don't know what that says.
There was a lot of chloroform that day when we voted for Climbing Girls, so don't worry about it. Okay, moving on to the number 1 spot. Finally took back its number 1 ranking from a couple of weeks ago. Jujutsu Kaisen. How do you guys feel about
Champ
this
is here. Champ is here.
Yeah.
God, you didn't like the episode?
Yeah. So that was the big discrepancy with the Jujutsu Kaisen this week for us. 3 first place votes and then 1 6th place vote.
Ooh,
like damn.
Oh, why does this mean? I don't know. This is what it is.
Yeah, it is just you.
It's all right. I mean, like, it's good. But see, it's also I'm biased because I'm hoping for that, sub 5th place. So I'm a little biased. But like,
you're like trying to undermine.
No, like it was cool.
You're
he
voting
got
for the
into
wrong
his like
reasons,
demon
man.
form or whatever, and then he's literally beating the other dude to shit. And yeah, it's cool. But like, we didn't get any like good like details, did we? Like anything good. deep information.
I think we did.
because this was a setup episode, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. So it was just,
But still, like, one of like, I can't remember ever a setup episode like this intense. You know what I mean? Usually, like a setup episode would be like a lot of dialogue. You know, like let's just talk, stand and talk. But like, you guys like hand cut off. Like it really felt like he wasn't like gonna like make it for like a split second.
They did a good job, I mean? Like ramping up like the fear,
intensity.
Yeah, the intensity of the episode. I didn't think of it as a setup episode. I thought it like I feel like last episode was like a setup. They were establishing who Sakura was and what her powers were. Like this episode, I feel like was like the payoff. So they're actually in a conflict where they're in over their heads, and in all likelihood would have died if not for Sukuna.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, the setup was like it. I remember saying this, I think like last week or the week before, but like I have a feeling Jujutsu Kaisen will have that one moment where like the protagonist is gonna like it's gonna be that one moment that you'll never forget, kind of like how we talk about like My Hero with Togata, and then like Demon Slayer, like episode 19 when Tanjiro was fighting the spider guy and like he cut through the webbings with the help of his sister. Like I thought we were gonna have that moment when he did that one punch with like his red aura, and I thought he finally like understood how to use his like jutsu powers, but then like it just like all went away. So it kind of like it teased my ball sack a little bit. That's what I'm trying to say in a long run. Like I thought we were actually gonna get like him understanding his powers and like actually using it, but
yeah, no, you're the guy that they were trying to trick.
Yeah, I was the one guy in the audience. Yeah, because I like whoa, because they played the music and everything. You know how there's always like that one like particular song, like an anime will play when like shit's going down or like the protagonist is gonna like
turn it all around. Yeah,
exactly. Like Sword Art Online, like Starstream Burst. Like you guys know it. Kai fucking like yeah, you know, like we all know that one. I thought that was the moment, but then like it cut the music so quick. And then it showed how weak he is because he's not trained. He doesn't know anything. He has like a fucking like kitchen knife hatchet to like fight with. Like he doesn't know anything. And like I kind of like the fact that like it shows how weak he is. He's not like this like overpowered main protagonist in a mainline shonen anime.
Yeah, this was another like I was saying before. It's the line in the sand episode where. Yeah, where this is where the heroes learn how strong they can be, but they are not there yet. I did remember that Sakura was fighting. I should stop calling her that. They did. I don't really like it when they skip over fights, but she was like trapped in her own.
Oh yeah, she
wherever else down, like, away from the main fight, and then they cut to her like having nailed down like a bunch of demons. So I'm interested to see where they go from here. Which I like the cliffhanger that Sukuna is still in control of Itadori's body.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I guess that's like the first major conflict, right? That they're gonna have this season is because they baited us in the beginning where it made it seem like he can control the demon.
This is his power
inside of him. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's not
to like get rid of that and be like, okay, this is the first conflict of the season right here. Is like how we're gonna get him back, kind of thing. And then it's gonna set up like the whole training arc, and then we're gonna like start training Itadori to like learn how to control his like demon powers and stuff like that. And then hopefully we get to see Panda Dad sometime soon. Thinking like maybe 2 more episodes we'll see Panda Dad. I think he's like a sensei. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll even see a big boob sword girl with the glasses. So we'll see. I have to say though, and I'm gonna say this every week from now on, the ending of this fucking show, man. I cannot get enough of this ending. It's so like wholesome. It feels good. The animation looks beautiful in the music video for it. Like,
Yeah.
this whole week, every time I take a shower, I just put that song on repeat, and I just fucking like, I'm just wiggling my like flat ass in the fucking shower, like dancing to this song for like 20, 25 minutes. Like,
you
that's
take
like
long
20
showers.
minutes longer than I ever do a shower. So it's like ridiculous. So, but I love this song. I'm gonna keep saying this is the best ending of the year because it is. So
I know. I keep catching you just playing that nonstop.
yes,
I'll just be like, "Hey, Peter, what is that song?"
yeah, that song is so good. Okay, that is all the time that we have for today's episode. I hope you guys liked the little Halloween bit that we had at the beginning, and hope you guys agree with our anime ranking boards and never going to change. This is what you're gonna get. Any last words, guys, before we head off?
Happy Halloween! Woo. Don't go trick or treating because you might get the Rona, I guess.
And,
Okay, here we
please
go.
just be safe and sanitary if you go out and go trick or treating on Halloween. But have fun if you do.
I guess make sure you sanitize every piece of candy you get. Get the alcohol wipes and just
Remember
Clorox
when like
wipe
the only thing we had to
every
worry
single
about
one.
was like someone sticking nails inside like the caramel apples.
Yeah, like
Now-
fucking like blades inside the apples. You bite
nah.
into
We
it.
just gotta wipe them
Crack
out
your
and then
mouth
we're
open.
fine. Just swallow the blade.
I love how you
Chris
guys added
Angel.
like a fucking GI Joe PSA at the end of this. It's great. Okay, well, yeah, that is all the time we have, guys.
Right.
Make sure you guys listen to all the episodes. They really help out when you guys listen to all of them. Makes us look pretty good in terms of stats.
Yeah, it helps us feel good about ourselves. Is what he's
Yeah,
trying to say.
Yeah, we're on all the podcasting apps. You can check us out on our social media too in the description down below. Please watch the YouTube episodes. I'm hoping by the time this episode comes out, more of the YouTube episodes come out. I'm hoping we catch up by Halloween time. So let's cross our fingers, and that's it. All right, see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.